Hey guys, coming at you today with a topic that I'm calling branching out of the cowboy chords. Recently, I've had a couple of different people email me and saying that they were kind of stuck with the open chords and not really sure where to go from there. Well, what I'm going to do is, because I see that a lot when I'm teaching, as a teacher, I teach a lot of beginners, and I also teach, I find people kind of in that early intermediate stage where they're stuck and not really sure where to go. And that happens to all of us at different levels a lot. So right here, we're going to start out with a couple of different videos on some different topics, but I'm calling it branching out of the cowboy chords. So right off the bat, our cowboy chords are basically our open chords: G, C, D, E minor, A minor, what else? Maybe a F, maybe a B minor, A7s, B7, D, all that kind of stuff, okay? If you don't know all that stuff, you probably need to, this may not be quite the right lesson for you, but this is for those of you who are pretty proficient with your open chords and you're ready to move along a little bit, okay? So first thing that I usually have people do when I see them and they're stuck in this area is get them used to moving their shapes up and down the neck a little bit. And what I mean by that is, for instance, and this is actually the first one that I usually have people do because it's the easiest one in my opinion, the D chord, okay? So you're playing a D chord. If you know your musical alphabet, which if you don't, that's something that you need to learn. So A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and then of course, that's your octave. So you've got 12 notes total, and you need to know that. And so learn that, memorize it frontward and backwards, get used to it so that you can kind of find your way around a little bit better. So anyway, this is a D chord, okay, a D major chord. It's a major shape. Now in our open chord, we play 4 strings. But if we take this down into a triad, just 3 strings, just the 3 that we're fretting, okay? What we can do is, it is now movable, okay? Okay? Using things like just taking a shape and moving it forward, and really that's what guitar is all about. It's about shapes. And they repeat over and over again. Just when you repeat them in a different place, the note, that's where your chord or your notes change. So what I just did here, I did a D, I slid up to a D sharp, and that came into an E. So from D, 2 frets up is an E. So in order for you to apply something like this, you would want to take songs that you already know that say use an E, for instance, okay? If you know a song that uses an A, D, and an E, and you play A, D, and an E, okay, then you could switch that. You can go A, D, slide it up to E. Okay, so getting used to that, and you can alternate. Okay, so you're getting different voicings in there, okay? And just like this changes to an E here, you can remember, you'll want to remember different ones. So you can take this shape and remember where it makes what chord. In other words, it makes a D here, it makes an E here, an F, a G, and an A. So we just did an A, D, and an E. Well, maybe we'll do an A here. Or how about this, a G, C, and a D. So we could play a G here. So back to our regular C and up to our regular D. Okay? But what you want to do is take that shape and just get used to it. Get used to one. So let's say get used to where the E is, and use that E over and over in a few different songs so that in your head you've got it this is an E chord. Okay, so you're not trying to think about, now what was I doing? Where could I do a E here, or whatever. You don't want to think about that when you're on the fly. You can't really. The thing that pops into your head instantly, that's how you're going to play. That's how we all play. So whatever we play live or in an active, fast situation, we're not practicing, is going to be, that's our base level, okay? And that's our performing level. So what we have to do is get our performing level to a higher level. We do that through practicing, repetition, getting used to playing a G right here, getting used to playing an E right here. So right off the bat, this is a really quick and easy way to do it. Take that D shape, move it up and down the neck, and use it in songs that you already know. I've got several different ideas that I use all the time with different students to help them branch out from just using open chords and to make their playing a little more exciting. So pop back in later on, because I'll be having a few more coming up.